welcome back to Pro Podcast. I'm Leonida Owaga, and today we want to talk about Gen Z. So in my line of work, we do a lot of recruitment, basically. So I've worked with Gen Z, and honestly, some of them are just, I find the way they reason a bit different. So like someone would just go home, amefika kazi, and then one day they just decide to go and really just never come back and never communicate. So I just want to know, because these people make up a third of Kenya's population. It's a huge part of the population, and majority of them are now coming into the workforce. Majority of them are already adults, actually. So we just want to know, are these people misunderstood? Is there something about them that we need to understand? Because they're actually making such a big move. They're making workplaces even change how they operate just to accommodate them. So it's a very important group of people. So to help me discuss this today, in studio we have two guests with us, two amazing people. Mji introduce Pia.
Hey guys, my name is Dredan Jao. I am a writer by profession and I am part of the so-called Gen Z. Today we're here and I am here to shed some insight on us being misunderstood at the workplace and all those things, and yeah, I'm glad to be part of the panel.
Hi, my name is Sharon Kamau, and yes, I'm of Generation Z. Yeah, and I'm here to shed some light on that, where you feel like we are misunderstood.
So today I want to talk about my Gen Z,
Okay.
especially in the workplace. So my line of work, I work with a lot of Gen Z. So nimeona mengi, from someone just deciding to just not show up and just not say anything and then just never show up again, like hivyo tu ndio ameenda.
I mean, if you don't treat them well, why do you expect them to show up? Like just one day wake up and they just come to work?
Or actually leave when you feel disrespected. You're like, you know what, I'm so done with this job. Let me just go home. There's a lot to
Happening, yeah.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, we define what do you guys think Gen Z is. I would say, okay, uta-identify aje, not even at a definition per se. Just how would you know someone is a Gen Z?
There is the dictionary definition, which is somebody who's born in between the ages of between 1997 and 2012. So somebody who's probably 26 and below ana classify kukua Gen Z. What do you think, Sharon?
Mtu amezaliwa like 2012 is part of Gen Z.
Those teenagers too.
Mtu wa 2012 ako how
No,
old?
are they not called alpha?
Oh no, sir, past 2012 sasa ndo alpha, like 2013 onwards.
But so we have two groups of Gen Zs, right? We have the one that is in between.
Yeah. So the one between millennials,
the one
and
near
Gen
millennials,
Z.
and the one that is now Gen Z. Amezama kuzama.
maybe I think, but
One of the things naweza sema mi nikiona Gen Z najua tu ni Gen Z kama anachukua TikTok in a very public place. I just find it so weird. Yani ameweka tu simu in the middle of a supermarket, TikTok.
well, can you blame them? Like, see, they came strategically in the ages of the rise of the internet. Social media pia si ndo wamekuja nayo.
And
like,
then
they didn't particularly invent it. Older people invented it, but they were strategically positioned.
they are the one who works better with the whole strategy. I mean, Gen Zs are actually, most of them don't even work. They work with their phones to start from there. So ukimwona akishoot TikTok, he or she's making money.
Ako kazi.
Ako kazi
And it's so
mbaya.
different from kitambo how you would know a secure line of work. Like I don't know, do you guys feel like you're working online is a secure form of work? Like unaweza itegemea as a livelihood na uishi nayo?
Hey, I know someone who pays their rent, buys their food. Like I know someone who basically lives off writing. Acha nisimention majina, but mchana yote he'll sleep. Usiku sasa nyinyi mkiamka ndo unaona kastima kamewashwa. So like yes, I do know somebody who, and he lives well, like really well. Anapanga kununua gari, so I mean,
na hii tu from
writing peke
online peke yake.
Yeah, I've seen also a content creator,
like
someone who just take photos and videos of food and restaurants, and they actually live a better life than someone who works from Sunday to Sunday, you know.
Speaking of work, as Gen Z, when you're looking for employment, or do you guys even prefer to be self-employed? Tell us. Like, what do you guys expect? What do you expect your employer to like give you? You get, or what do you expect to gain from the experience, if at all anything?
I personally, if I have to work, I have to work in a space where I'm very comfortable. Not comfortable per se in matters of comfort ya mwili, just generally where I feel comfortable, I can air my own view. I don't have to tiptoe around anyone.
Yeah.
My mental health is very well observed.
So unataka mali unaweza lala kidogo.
Mimi sitaki kulala. I just want someone to just let me do my work.
Yeah.
I just need my own peace of mind. I don't want anyone to follow me around. Oh, why haven't you done this? I just want do this. I do it. You don't have to follow me around, shout, especially shouting. Yeah. So
you want
approach. I want to be approached as a human being, not a worker. Unajua kuna approach where you approach a worker and a human being. So when you're approaching a human being, you have to be very concerned on how you approach them, how you delay your message. You probably hata usemi message mbaya, but approach matters. You get yeah. So
it's important that you're treated.
It is very very much important. Yes. It's more of respect. You respect me as a human being before actually respecting the fact that I work for you.
Would you say, for instance, if you get a job that's paying you really, really well, like really good money, comfortable money, but then they're treating you like shit, or a job where you're paid vibaya but you're very comfortable?
I have quit a job before, and I am very I can quit. Like it's I don't know if I'm not getting what I want or what I think I deserve or need. I'm very quick to walk away, because if I got that job, I can get many others. And I don't know, why should I oppress myself or nijinyime ama nijifinyilie as a person so that I can fit in a society?
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a short break.
Wewe uko na ball na umezaa that period of time, hizi vitu zote zinazunguka hapo zitapelekwa hapo. This person, by the way, he was
welcome back. So before the break, Sharon was telling us how it's important for a workplace to be good for your mental health.
Yeah.
But what do you mean by mental health?
I mean, like, I want to have room enough for my mental space to thrive. I don't want to be sad, feel anger, pressure. Hiyo yote inapunguza productivity.
Can you like put that in like an example situation hivyo tuone venye, like tuseme now assume this is your workplace. Like sasa you want to come in at what
for
time?
Example, let me describe a place that is not good for my mental space, right? My mental health. So a place that is chaotic. There's just, I don't know, how do I say, these are shouting balls. There are workers who are, there are rumors everywhere, there's gossip everywhere, there are people who are fighting everywhere, there are people who are demeaning as in among themselves. You get that's a very bad.
But is there a workplace like that?
Yes.
Wapi? Miss Jaiskia?
Yeah. You have never worked under pressure?
Okay. Under pressure depends.
You've never been to a workplace where there's a lot of gossip, there's actually that mnajuanga tu boss akiingia na kona moods.
Gossip sijui. I'm not
plus pia kitu kama gossip. Isn't gossip everywhere? People gossip everywhere.
But
why do you expect to
don't you think you can create a healthy environment for yourself?
I don't think you can control everyone.
For example, let me just say where I work. I don't think there's gossip. Not because anyone is not told to gossip about the other, but no one is entertaining the gossip. You won't find that one person who is always going for gossip from one person to the other. Hey, have you seen what Fulani has worn?
But how would you know? Maybe they just don't gossip with you.
Yeah, just do it when I don't see it. That way it's still healthy for me, because you're not interfering in my performance in any way.
Kina ile siku utajua.
Yeah, like nikijua ni sawa. I will just tell you, you know what, you're projecting your own insecurities on me, and that's a you problem, not mine. So
Okay.
so I mean, okay, the point was
do you think people nowadays overemphasize mental health, ama they use the word mental health to escape a lot of things?
No, but we have a lot of issues on mental health. We cannot, it's not, there's nothing like undermining or
no,
overmining.
not undermining. Like, yes, people do, like, yes, these are real things. Like, depression is real, anxiety is real, like, all those things are real, sindio?
Yeah.
But do we sometimes overuse the mental health thing? Like, kidogo ukisikia unaumwa na kichwa tu saizi, hiyo ni anxiety ama ni
But don't you
depression.
think you're coming from a point where you know if you're pushed to a certain limit, there's something that just breaks in your head?
I think mko a bit afraid to feel emotions. Like I don't think you can live your entire life as a happy person. You'll have to have a few sad moments. But you create
your own happiness. You're responsible for your own happiness. No one is going to make you happy if you don't make yourself happy.
Ukisema hivyo basi. When you come to this work environment yenye kuna gossiping, create your own happiness na ufanye kazi.
Exactly, by pushing them out of my space.
But you can't work like that with people.
You can all generally thrive under one building.
Do you feel like the work will be productive?
Yes. If everyone is doing their own work, there's no gossip. Actually, more productive than with the gossip.
Okay, so me in terms of gossiping, like hapo me, but in terms of tuseme kitu ka stress, like kama deliverables zako ni say 1 2 3 per day, na hujaachieve 1 2 3 per day, kesho yake when you come you expected to meet that which you didn't deliver on the previous day, sindio? So obviously utakuwa na more stress because more is needed from you. Kama time ni kidogo, so like kichwa ikikuuma, whatever comes, utakuwa stressed kiasi, sindio? You're not supposed to use mental health kama maybe you're a scapegoat ati this is going to take a toll on my mental health, ati it's making me anxious because of what? Because how could deliver jana?
Because I know myself as a person, maybe, and I'm trying to communicate that with you on the other side, that this is how you should treat me, and I am like this.
But again, like that's a company and it's a business.
We just communicate our emotions. I will just tell you, like, if I don't like being shouted at, I will tell you, so I'm not comfortable with you shouting at me. Can you please use a good language or maybe a better voice that is more convenient with me?
Sasa hata tuangalia hiyo time ya shouting, like I think most of you know football, sindio? As a coach, ebu angalia backroom videos mingi za coaches when they're addressing their players. Coaches will shout to their players like,
mimi ndio ninasema si lazima ushout.
Sasa like, okay, how will I tell you to lift that 169 kgs when you're doing a deadlift? I need you to do that because on the pitch mtu akigonga hivi hautaanguka, si ndio? Lakini sasa hapa hivi naona umelemewa, like okay, I can motivate you, like nitakuja hapo, Sharon inua aje, like
inua. How does that help?
Like, so utakuwa more likely kusikia mtu akikuja kukumotivate, akikuja kuambia you can do this, don't give up, or rather than akikushautia.
So maybe it's just the approach, like how you structure your sentence pia. You know, like you just, maybe you want to tell me there's this something that you're doing and I don't like it, or maybe sema nimekuwa nikiingia job late, right? Utaningoja niingie late. No, this is let me just define a normal workplace for most people, right? Utapata boss amekungoja kwa mlango, kwa nini umechelewa? You know, like, why are you late? You know, why what is the time that you unaingia?
But
like,
it's a workplace.
Me, my question is, why are you shouting? Why are you so energetically shouting?
Sharon, acha nikuulize swali.
So you're running away from the problem, but umeulizwa, why are you late? In essence, you know it's wrong. You know at the end of the month, you're expecting to be paid for this thing.
There's this other boss approach. This is the approach. So, hi, Sharon. So you've been coming to work late, and it's been happening over and over with just a normal tone. I mean, I'm more likely to take that whatever the person ntasikiza hata rather than huyu mwenye ameweza kushout. Ukiweza kushout, mimi nisha mute. I'm actually in my own world in my head. I'm just waiting for you to finish talking, and then akishamaliza I'll be like, okay, I will change, you know. And then there's that part where you're like, this person is actually emphasizing. You say anasema kitu, like you even listen, you're like, but they have been wrong.
Me, in my opinion, I think okay, a lot of like naturally there's usually black and white, sindio? A lot of people want to like stick up with grey and all that. Like, have you done something wrong? Yes or no? Yes.
Don't run away
If you've
from
done
the problem.
the wrong.
Yeah,
if
I'm
you're
not
the wrong-
running.
You'll be digressing because now you want to focus on the
Exactly.
fact that they're shouting, other than the fact
other
that
than
you're
the fact
late.
that you've done something wrong.
Exactly.
But
Maybe
do
it's
you
just you
think
don't want to take
don't you think
responsibility.
you're punishing yourself? You actually feel as a person that you deserve to be shouted at
No,
because
not,
you are late.
not really. Like,
You are actually punishing yourself through that person.
no, that's not what I mean.
It's
I mean,
true.
kama
Just
umefanya
my-
makosa, this person that is maybe responsible for you can come at you however they see fit.
No.
Like, you're not okay. Asikuja kupiga
But do
ngumi.
you shout at your... Me, I have a question. I have a direct... Do you shout at your parents? Even when they are wrong? Would you
Nyumba
tell
ya
your
nani?
parent they are wrong?
But my parent would shout at me.
Exactly.
Exactly. Your parent can shout at you, but you can shout back at your parent, right? Just because that is your parent.
Yeah.
Generally, juu ni parent wako too.
Yes.
But don't you think you... How do I say this? Hey, imevaporate.
Like sasa ebu I don't think you can compare your parent to your employer first of all.
Okay, imerudi. So what I'm saying is, why do you have to feel like someone has a right over you simply because you feel like you're wrong? That unajua ni kama kuchapa mtoto. Nowadays people don't beat kids, right? Ama they do, but hiyo ni parenting ya mtu. So there's that person who deserves that this baby should be beaten, and kuna ule mwenye anaamini this baby should be talked to. So I mean, it's just approach and maybe how you handle something, but the message is still the same thing. So us as Gen Zs, what we are trying to do is there's a better way of communicating or getting whatever you want. You know, like there's just a better way of approach to things than
How do you feel
being
about
put in a box.
how do you feel about hierarchy? Like there's a boss that you answer to, and then there's other people and other people, and then there's you.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it. As far as you
It's
as
there.
the boss, you know you are the boss. And there's no way me and you are competing. So you don't have to make me feel like I should fear you because you are the boss.
Hierarchy
Hiyo
has to be
isha-
there to
yeah,
ensure
it
order.
has, yeah, it is there. So I recognize you as the boss, or as my manager, or
Chief.
as my supervisor. But you just stick to your lane as a supervisor. You don't have to make me feel small so that I can know you are the supervisor. And that is what we get wrong from millennials.
Yeah.
They feel like when you instill fear in someone, they recognize the power they have over you. And I don't think Gen Z's tuko na powers kweli. You know, like unajua uni boss. When ni boss, you know, you're just a boss.
You just know.
When ni mkubwa. Yeah, it's just that. And
Okay.
then, yeah.
That's very interesting. Let's hold it there. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back. So recently, there was this video that was really, really trending of this Gen Z girl. I don't remember her name, but she gave those vlogs, I think, to spend my work day with me, something like that. Yeah, and she was showing how, like, she's waking up, going to the office to just breathe, and then does a 5-minute meeting, takes a nap, drinks some water, eats fruits, and she's done for the day and goes home.
Is it a government office?
I don't even know where she works, but yeah. Do you guys feel like that's such a and I'm thinking, is that like something that you want workplaces to be like? Is that like an ideal work environment for you? Like you just come, do your small 5-minute job, spend the rest of the day relaxing, and then go home. Ama, is that just laziness?
Well, I can't speak for the entire Gen Z population. I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
But in the whole group, there's definitely going to be a lazy population.
Yeah,
There's going to be the few who don't want to work for things. There's
Yeah.
going to be the people who want to work for things. But in my opinion, I think I do want to work for some things. Like, okay, I don't mind being given for free or something, but I also want to work for some, like, I don't want my day to just be free. Like, imagine waking up at 8 and just going back to sleep again at maybe 9, and then just as in.
But if you had the choice, uko na hii kazi ya hiyo 8 to 9.
I personally, I want to work smart, not hard.
Okay.
Yes, that is what most people don't get. You don't have to work hard. You do not have to suffer to succeed. There's no hakuna reward. There's no utaambiwa you suffered your way through the process and you suffered.
But
And you know, there's that. So I think once you recognize that you don't actually have to suffer.
I think someone mentioned, like, okay, working smart. I'm also an advocate of working smart.
Yeah.
But I think somewhere along the lines of maybe just doing my research, I kind of realized that you can't just work smart without working hard.
You can work smart without working hard.
Okay.
And still be productive and still have a good output compared sasa ukiekwa wewe mtu mwenye una work smart uwekwe next to someone who's actually strictly coming to work na easy working hours and actually doing work during this whole day, productivity yake iko definitely higher.
But what are they delivering? Because they are working for so many hours, so they might not deliver better results than that one person who focused on that one thing for just a few minutes and delivered actually better quality.
Maybe working hard is supposed to teach you discipline.
Working hard makes you work harder and a lot.
Amtaki tu kuchoka.
Sa tutaki kuchoka, tunataka tu work smart. I mean, the thing is, me have said, hakuna prize at the end of the day. There's no one mwenye takuja congratulate because you suffered your way to the top.
Sasa you've come to this company that has this working culture and this working environment, but you don't want to do it. Unataka tu you people don't want to have such type of work, but lazima they
of course
someone has
lazy,
to do it.
Kuna the lazy Gen Zs that don't really want to work at all. That depends with someone's upbringing and beliefs pia. Na pia tu mwili yake vile inamuonyesha maybe mwili yake tu imechoka tu yani. And then there's that one that mimi personally I believe I'm in between. I don't want to work hard and suffer. I want to work smart and still balance. You know, I'm not suffering just to earn what I'm earning. I'm working smart and I'm still working hard. Not hard. I don't have to work hard. That's
you don't
the
have
thing.
to. The work has to be fulfilling. Does the work have to be fulfilling ama you can do anything?
Okay, the thing is, let me define like working hard and smart. Seme, I am a mimi ni makeup artist, and then I can still have the option to cook for people, like 1,000 people. Like I cook and make quick money, you know, pesa mingi, time because watu ni wengi. But I just don't want to set my way in the kitchen where I can do something skillful that I actually enjoy. And get paid.
What if one can actually pay your bills? As in like more money and all.
Compare mtu wa mjengo na mtu kama, tuseme mtu kama mimi, hata tusiende mbali. Mjengo na mtu kama mimi. Mtu wa mjengo put a lot of strength to the mjei so that anaweza earn your 1,000. Na mimi nimeenda nikapaka tu mtu makeup within like 2 hours and I got that 1,000. So
sasa umepaka hiyo makeup, unaweza fanya ya mtu mmoja na ufeel umechoka useme okay, let me relax now, or you can do 10 clients in a day. That's still working hard.
It's still working hard, but I have a choice where I balance between my personal time and work. So I will have like to work at certain hours and I have time to rest as well. The whole point is not neglecting yourself through the process.
How do you guys define success when it comes to work life?
Success is individual.
Success is individual.
Like,
accomplishment.
For me, maybe I know for where I want to be in life in the next 5, 10 so years. Like for me, maybe I think it will incorporate working hard and working smart, because like I don't have the luxury of choosing between this. Sisemi nitaenda mjengo ama sisemi nitafanya, but nikikuja leo niambiwe labda kubadilisha engines za gari inaleta hii na hii do, maybe sina hiyo capacity ya kwenda kuinua hiyo engine or something. I will dig deeper and look, okay, who imports these engines? So like, okay, the one who imports these engines, like if I become one of those people, how much will I make? As in kituka hiyo.
So that is working smart.
That is working smart, yes. Like, maybe sina hiyo ability, but kama ningekuwa na hiyo ability, would I have considered changing that engine? Unajua kuna watu who drive cars from coast, like you buy a car from coast, ndio? You want it to be brought to your yard in Nairobi. Like say you've imported 20 cars, you're going to have to pay drivers to go there, ndio? I have a friend in campus, like venye tu tumekaa hivi, like an overnight drive. They were being paid 20,000 just to take one car kuleta kutoka coast yard hadi hivyo. So sasa, like
lecha ni kukashot mtu kama huyo, if they actually drive the truck
No, not, it's
Akuja
not a truck,
alete
it's
tu
a
Nairobi.
personal vehicle.
Yeah, the vehicle.
Okay.
Alikuja tu ilete Nairobi alafu amue mi siku yangu imeisha. Is there a problem?
Well,
Na, you know, they have worked smart and they have earned their earning for the day.
So for you guys, money, the amount of money that you earn is not necessarily an indicator
your goal
of success.
at the end of the day. It's small goals, right? So if I set my goal for me, maybe this week I want to accomplish this, and maybe by the end, I'm at daily, I want to get maybe like 10K. And it's an like it's niki to nimejiekea like for the whole month, every day I must get 10K.
Yeah.
If there's that instant where I get maybe 30 and then I decide leo sifanyi kazi tena. Ni hivyo. At the end of the week I still have my accomplishments.
Okay, pia na uko na hizo accomplishments rather.
Yeah.
Na uko na like long-term goals, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you want to buy a house at some point.
Yeah. And
But then you don't want to work the whole day. Unataka ukifika 30K useme okay.
Personally,
how do you get to that point kama you're too lazy to actually push yourself to work actually hard, because if you want this nice things,
goals,
you have to work
but
hard.
you have to work smart. That is where you have to work smart and hard. Not hard. You have to work smart.
you
don't have
like
to
you
work
have
hard.
to work both ways, hard and smart. Like
I
you
don't
have to
think
be
so.
smart.
The hard part is
you
a
also-
ni preference tu ya mtu tu. If you want to suffer your way to the top, why not suffer?
But you're not going to
And then
get
there's
to
that
the
one
top
person.
if you don't work
Yeah.
hard.
Who
You're
says
never going
so?
to. Hey,
How many people are
even
are
then,
at the top and now
let's
they
even
have
look
not worked
at examples. Like people like say, give me an example. Tell me one person who you think is at the
At the
top.
top and has not
And,
worked hard.
Tell me one person.
Yeah.
hard? I need to mention my
Even the
MPs
content-
wase.
But those
Like,
people
no,
actually
wait.
yeah.
If I actually figure mimi kama Gen Z nifanye tu mahesabu yangu niseme na nikisimama MP life yangu imechange.
But again, you'll have to do your campaigns.
I will do my campaigns, yeah, and I'm probably kama mimi, like if I'm Gen Z, okay, acha taniacha kujita tu Gen Z. If I'm actually so if mimi vile niko hivi, I will probably know someone who knows someone and knows someone. So I don't have to like.
But you'll still have to do your campaigns. Like, unaona your period of campaigns, like you will still do your campaigns, you'll spend your money there. Like,
it is true, you will spend your money and all that, but you're focusing on the bigger goal. You get like umetumia shortcut to jump to the top.
well,
So hizo ma shortcuts. Mnapenda shortcuts.
Kwani unataka kuniambia?
But good things take
no,
time.
me I want to ask. Kwani you want to tell me kuna mtu alisimama kiti juu aliona maybe this is just a lifetime. Hii nayo nimekafunga.
shortcuts.
Just tell
Of course
me, it's
wako.
exactly. And why should you suffer? Why should you choose yourself to suffer? Me, that's my own point
If
of
you,
view.
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
given a shortcut, will you take it or not take it?
Yeah.
I'd feel bad at the end.
But you
Why?
will take it, right?
Because it's not right. No,
But
no, I might not. I
What
will
if you're
really
not
think about
hurting
it.
anyone in the process, or everyone is just hurting everyone?
So that's another thing here with Gen Z. I
Yeah.
feel like the line ya morality is very blurred. You people really like ni kama anything goes as long as I'm happy as a person. It doesn't matter if it's right. It doesn't matter if it's shameful. It doesn't matter if it's cruel. As long as I'm happy as a person, anything goes.
I think that is
Well,
personal. Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
you have
think
your
that's
own
right.
beliefs, yeah.
Okay, like okay, maybe there's a standard line that says morality this, morality that. But I think at the end of the day, morality just narrows down to someone.
But like
True.
amesema, like amesema, if you want to work hard or if you want to be corrupt and do your shortcut and get your money very fast, see, it's okay if me I want to make my money fast. It might not be morally correct, but it's okay. That's what you say.
As long as you're not hurting anyone.
Well, I think morality just varies
It
from
depends
person
with
to
your own
person.
definition of morality.
Okay, so would you say, for instance, someone who opens an OnlyFans to make money, it's okay?
If they are comfortable with it, with their own
That's-
body, well and
You
good.
do you, like
Yeah,
that's
you
why
do
you do
you.
you, like
it's
you
it's
do
for
you.
you decided that you came to a
I'm
point
not
and
going
you
to get
settled.
your money. You're going to get, like, if you decide to put your toes there.
Yeah, you're actually suffering for it because umeamua ufungue OnlyFans. As in, I mean, there's a price you're paying for it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why should my opinion matter? With
Like-
what
So
you
kila
do?
mtu wa mind business
Yeah,
yake.
just
As
do
in-
you decide to become a thief, we iba bora usinibie.
You guys have a very interesting view on
As in,
life.
mimi sitaenda niambie ati I join a mob that is you know, like at we have suspected this person is a thief, let's kill them. Me, he didn't come and steal from you. You guys deal with him. Me,
but
let me just
the world ban if everyone
but
has this attitude, and eventually, of course, size Gen Z in Kenya, for instance, they're like 18 million, right?
Yeah.
18 million Gen Zs will grow up na this same thinking that everyone should just do what they want. Do you think country never run the same?
Just do you.
But it's slowly going to become...
What do you mean by do
why
you?
would you restrict someone from opening an OnlyFans and it's their body they are displaying?
But how those
why
videos?
you display? Okay, so
why do you have to question why they are? They have their own reasons.
You know, OnlyFans it's like popular to the extent that I don't know, like maybe you're just doing a simple Google search right now, right? You know, like saizi hatuwezi as maybe the millennials see it. Like right now, most millennials are going to be, I don't know, are they going to be our parents? No.
But some, depending on
but
the
some,
age.
So like assume now you're at your, like assume you're a parent, your child is searching maybe something only, and then the first result there is OnlyFans,
and that's a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old.
So the problem is you are the irresponsible parent.
But how do you protect
exposing your child from such? The world is evolving. There will be problems everywhere every day. Why don't you take the necessary measures for your child? Why should other people be concerned about your child? It's like umepeleka mtoto. Now this is an incident that happened. So we had a makeup station in the middle of the mall, and then we had a lot of lights, blinding lights. Umekuja mall na mtoto wako, and then when you're passing the light, she said that the light is affecting the child, it's traumatizing the child. And I'm like, you brought the child to the mall in the first place, and now you want us to take the light away for your child to pass.
But in this case, it's completely different.
The same thing.
No, because we are living in an age where the internet...
From the world.
You can't protect your child from the world. When we are living in an age where children are learning. Okay, for how long? Pia atakuwa curious. Na anaweza kuwa anapitia tu kugoogle, like they're doing schoolwork. Stop from doing schoolwork.
Swali yangu tu ni hii. We are finding solutions for the necessary problem that is at hand, right? The world is still evolving. Hata you condemn the whole process, kutakuja hata ingine inajiita another name, hata bila OnlyFans, you get. So like at the end of the day, it's you to take the necessary measures for your child. I mean, these problems will always be there. As Gen Zs, we have come to terms with the fact that problems will be there, and it's for you to choose the way forward. As in hakuda, you can't
so
just
do nothing. Like problems will always be there. So now if
you don't
I
have
know
to suffer your way to the top, or morals, definition hata ya morals pia. It depends. Kuna ule si kitambo, even nose piercing kitambo is a bad thing, right? Okay, not even kitambo, even probably up until now for some people.
Yeah.
But your own point of view. Who said it was wrong or right? That's my question.
Do you guys feel like you can connect with other generations? Like you can, like they understand you, or you're just misunderstood?
Okay. Okay, sometimes like, you know, when you talk with your parents, like for instance, me, I come from a home where like my dad and my mom, they can tell me we fanya hivi. The moment I question it, nimwambie mom, lakini si tukifunga hiki hatu hivi itakaa better kuliko venye unafunga. The response will be, you're questioning me kwa nyumba ya nani? As in it will be that like you are young, you are my son, you should, I am the authority, listen to me, you little kid. As in that's okay, like but I think with time they're also appreciating, because right now I've also seen changes with my parents, because like saizi it's usually like, okay, wacha amalize kukwambia Kenya nakwambia, and then umwambie mom, hapa hivi naona ukifunga hiki hatu itakaa better hivi. And they're like, okay, sawa, si ungeniambia, as in something like that. But when you interrupt them, it's like, are we arguing? Like
your approach.
But you see, it's all narrows down to approach for everyone, depending ukwe wewe ni millennial, alpha or Gen Z. It's approach for everyone. So maybe kuna ile approach ina trigger a certain generation, na kuna ile yenye ina trigger mtu tu as a person.
And I think also as Gen Z we should also like maybe know where our parents come from. Like if you know your parents come from, like not just our parents, like other generations, when you're interacting with someone, like if you know your boss or your superior is from a certain generation where they maybe you are like alikuwa regime ya Moi, this person is probably going to be an authoritarian. So look for better ways to tell them to what you want them. To reach to the table hapo. As in look for better ways. Like me, I think people can find different ways to communicate. Like it's not being misunderstood or something. Like we can have mishaps in communications and all, but at the end of the day, it's for the one who's smarter, the one it's not
smarter. I think it's the one who airs their view more. Or
I think you can just find middle ground. Like if I know this is your approach, I can fall back, rethink, see a way that I can come and talk to you, like enye itakuwa appealing kwako, you get it. Hata ka uko in an older generation, like if, whether you're my grandfather ama my grandfather's age, as in something like that.
Does it affect you guys, like you'll feel depending on how someone like it affects your mental health to that degree?
Personally I don't take a lot of things to heart. So like ukikuja unishautie, sisemi unishautie but ukikuja unishautie like I don't know, maybe it's being connected with myself or something, because at the end of the day I know you're not going to lower my value after shouting at me ama telling me. Like if I did a mistake, I am going to be ready to expect anything from
but
you.
You see, it's still offensive.
It's offensive.
You still find it offensive.
It's
now,
offensive.
The other generation considers it like you're not supposed to find that offensive.
But why should I give you the time of day to affect my mental health? Like,
tell me what you guys think about the other generations. Tuanze na millennials, down to the closest. What do you guys think about millennials?
I just think
millennials want to be like Gen Z, but
you think
not.
They are suffering to the extreme. First of all, hata huwa wajipendi.
Mbona una feel Gen Z, millennials hawajipendi?
Let me say, I will start from the millennials near me. Tuweze na sister yangu from my like I feel like they are just so disconnected from themselves. Very very much disconnected. Ukiuliza mtu like what was the last time you did something that you actually enjoyed and you did it like with no purpose of gaining something in return, and you just went and maybe sat down and like nimeenda kujibaia kahawa because I just want to, not because you're having a meeting with anyone or what.
I think millennials,
those people are just they are focused on suffering. Let me just put it that way. I think they are focused on suffering. They forget that you actually have to appreciate the small things in life.
Do you feel like millennials are restricted to a certain way of life that they found?
They actually formed those rules for themselves, and they put themselves in a box and decided this is the way of life, and nobody should tell us nothing. And then there comes this generation yenye iko like, yo, these are your rules guys, and we are not following them.
Sai kuna mtu anaangalia time.
Mmejiekea sisi tumekuja tu tukapata mmeka rules and you expect us to follow.
But do you sisi kwa hapo for a reason? Generation ya millennial thrive.
But the thing is the world did not have
are they
rules
thriving?
From the word go. Hakukuanga na hata kukiwa na rules. Those are just regulations to make maybe people
like
function.
Who said you should be married by 30?
Right,
saizi kuna mtu anapatiwa pressure because I'm a millennial, niliona ile blue band sijui ya kala gani, I am supposed to be married and have I don't know how many.
Wacha hata na marriage, career. Like your parent decide huyu nimemzaa okay sorry. Huyu I've gotten this child and she's supposed to be a nurse. That is it. You grow old, we maliza shule anakupeleka nursing. You have to do nursing whether you like it or not.
To some extent maybe they are people pleasers.
They are people pleasers, and that's the point. We are not like there's no way I'm going to start becoming a nurse and I don't even do nursing. Like I actually know of someone who was taken to some to a nini. They were taken to a, how do I say, to an institution by force. Yeah, imagine. Like mzazi tu ameamua, you know what, you're going to be a doctor. So whether you like needles or not, or whether you hate blood or you actually blood makes you faint, hiyo ni shauri yako. Mimi kama mzazi wako nimesema utakuwa daktari na mpaka nitakufundisha. You know, I'm paying the school fees. So you either do it or not, or I'm not paying that school fees. And then there's a Gen Z who will be like, you're not going to pay my school. Was it? No, I just go find a life for myself.
So Gen Z is a generation that has grown up with the smartphone. So you guys are so used to having everything online. If you need to know anything, you can Google it. If you need to find where something is, you can just Google Maps. You get, if you need to go to a hoteli, unaenda unafanya reviews kwanza. Unaangalia reviews online, ndio unaenda. Or if you need to do research on a topic, if at all you do research, if you want to do research on a topic, utataka tu kuchukua hiyo information yenye iko hapo, copy paste ufanyie kenye unafanyia, but not even really retain it. Like you don't want to have information. Do you feel like that's a fair assessment?
Okay, the internet came to help us, and whether one wants to be intelligent or not, that narrows down to the person. So like for me, when I do my research, I do want to know what this is about. I do want to retain that information. When I'm learning a skill, I don't just want to do it because of that time. I want to learn what this is. I want to be able to use it. So when I'm searching for information, I think I want to know what I can do with it.
So you'll only retain information that's useful to you.
Personally, that is what I wanted to say. I only retain information that is useful to me. If I feel like the skill is just needed for the meantime, I don't need to hold it in my head, then I don't see the need to actually master it.
What if it's things like history? You might not need it now, but it does affect you. You're here because of history.
I think you can clearly tell the difference of a bright person and, let's just say, a dumb person when they talk.
Yeah.
So if somebody just chooses to not, like, okay, information is there. You choose what to do with the information. Your statement imepotea.
It's okay.
With the information that's present, you can choose to retain it or not retain it, or do what you think is best with it. Just learning and being intelligent and knowing this and this and this might not be necessarily what I have to do, as in,
you just don't want to be smart for the sake of being smart.
Personally, I just feel like there's no prize on who is smart and who is not, who holds the bigger information in their head and who doesn't. The technology just came to finalize this whole thing, make things simple. That is why we got things like calculators, so that you stop counting your fingers. Yeah, it's just high time we just embrace and evolve.
Well, I think retaining information is important. Personally, I think it is important.
Even if it's unnecessary, if it's not something
like,
that...
Why were we taught about Kiswahili things? Like, have you ever used fasihi? Ushaiambia mtu fasihi, no?
Hata sikumbuki inamaanisha nini.
Mtu akikwambia about fasihi, you do know what they're talking about, si ndio?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
I don't
probably
know.
umesahau, but uko na idea.
Yeah, but the word is familiar.
The word is familiar. Like, you're not just going to say I don't know anything. Of course you can Google, but at least unajua, I know this word. You're not going to be surprised that what is this?
And for you, Sharon, I feel you can only retain information if it's going to help you.
I can only retain information that is useful to me. If it's not useful, I will Google it if I need to know. If something sparks interest, like I feel like I should occupy my brain with things that are actually align with me as a person, that contributes. I don't need to know how to make an engine. I'm not going to make my own.
If you're not
engine.
interested in it,
why? Like, why should I know how to make an engine and I'm not going to make any engine? You get? Like, I only retain information that I am going to use, and I can easily pass it to. I can easily pass it to someone else. You get? Like, I don't need to learn things that I don't need to know.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like, majority of you don't want to learn these hard things and difficult things.
The thing is, there's something for everyone. You get? There's someone who mwenye anatengeneza engine. Kuna huyo mwenye anatengeneza engine, kuna ule mwenye anajenga nyumba, kuna ule mwenye anapika. We can't all know everything.
Ndio wale wenye gari kiharibika mahali na
we just call a mechanic. Kwani mechanic ni
wakati at that, like, ungejua kitu yote inahusiana na engine,
but the thing is, there's no price to it. I don't need to know. As far as the car is fixed,
itakusave time na money.
Okay, clearly, so this is not a general Gen Z thing. It's just an individual
person
thing.
You can just say it narrows down to the individual.
It narrows down to the individual. I only take what is necessary for me. I don't need to know how to sing if I can't sing.
The brain is like a sponge. You can absorb everything
You
can just
and
absorb
you
everything.
have the choice to know what to absorb and what not to.
And your brain will never become full. So like, why? Like,
but why tire my brain?
Agree to disagree. This has been very, very interesting, guys.
Yes.
I've learned a lot. People are very different. Your way of thinking is a bit different from how we think. I think your priorities are also very different from millennials and from other generations. Personally, mi niko hapo katikati pia. But I can relate with millennials. I understand how work is important, and maybe I should be on time, and I can only talk to my boss a certain way. You get things like that. But for you guys, it's approach. People need to understand how millennials, Gen Z rather, as individuals want to be approached. So you have to take a personal interest in people at the workplace and know huyu apendi kushautiwa, ama huyu ana prefer akikuwa pushed, na huyu ana prefer akiongeleshwa polepole, ama things like that. Just how people approach you is very important.
Very. I believe it's important.
Work ethic, okay. At the end of the day, a company will not be changed by one person. And once you sign up to becoming an intern employee, as in whether you're Gen Z or not, you're not going to change the whole of this company's principles. The company can do some things to accommodate you, but at the same time, you're not going to enter into this company expecting I've not gotten my deliverables. I want the HR to come now. Upole hey, Dredan, why haven't you done this?
But don't you think you communicate how you want to be treated?
Why in the first place, why should I put myself in such a situation? Say, just do my deliverables.
Well, there's a point where maybe it just didn't happen because some things you don't intend, but you still want to be approached well in a way that
so
you'll be able to
what comes
absorb the
first?
information.
Do I expect you to deliver fast, or I have to approach you well before you can even deliver? If you approached well, does it change how you deliver?
Approach in a depend on what I don't know, if you're probably trying to point out something on someone, or you're trying to communicate a certain information. The approach, how do you approach them? That is all that matters. It doesn't matter what you're saying, as in if you're telling them to work hard or lesser, how you approach that, your statement before your approach to that person.
All right, that was very interesting. So we're bringing this to a close. Just what are your key takeaways? Just give us something brief.
My key takeaway from today's session is, at the end of the day, most things will narrow down to an individual. So whether it's your work ethic, whether it's your mental health, whether it's how you want to be approached, whether it's what you expect from your HR, all of those things will basically narrow down to you as an individual. And I think people will work differently.
I believe that we are, as Gen Zs, we are very misunderstood. And if we learned to communicate better, maybe the other generations might actually understand us as a person, because I think communication is our biggest issue. There's probably, and also we also need to focus on our mental state as well, because if someone, let's say for example, if someone actually shouts at you and you feel offended, probably narrows down to your traumas, your experiences in life, and now it gets to a personal level where you probably feel attacked, or I don't know, whichever emotion it brings out, you get. So we are also trying to work on ourselves as we also learn a better way to communicate with the other generation.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned a thing or two from this. If you enjoyed this video, like,
share,
and subscribe.
Until next time, bye.